Welcome along and welcome to our final episode here on Spruce Mountain Farms. I have managed to get all of this compacted. We have 800,000 odd liters of silage in here. It's only 30% fermented so far. So unfortunately, these are not going to be finished today, but that is a massive amount of silage that is going to be available to us. We have a couple of machines here to wash and put away. We're going to be mainly doing cleanup and selling the stuff off that we can sell off. I think we've got milk to sell off. We've got some silage to sell. We've got a whole load of fabric as well to sell, so we're going to be loading all of that up today. I also want to get the final field mulch, so we're going to get the Axion on that. But I also want to see if we can start spreading some of the Digestate that we've got kicking around the farm that's sitting in our BGA, and see how far we can go with that. I don't think we'll get everything done today. I don't think we'll get all of the fields covered, but if we can start getting the ones covered that would be for the maize next year, for the corn planting next year, that would be great. So yeah, we're going to see how much we can get done. We're going to evaluate how well this series has gone from the start we had on Stone Valley, where we started with absolutely nothing, to the farm that we've built up here on Spruce Mountain Farms, and see how much money we've made over time. First, I'm going to get this away, and then we'll go and get the Axion started. So the only field we have left to get mulched is field 5B. This is the last of the cotton. Otherwise, all of our corn fields and field 8, which was the cotton field this year, that has already been mulched. Let's clear the existing course off, which was field 8. Grab a new course. And we're going to put this on field 5B. Same setup as before. So generate a field course. Although I do need to go automatic with this. See if that works. That kind of works. So we'll go with that. We did a fairly good job of setting these fields up. And our start point for this, I think, yeah, stop point is over here, so I'm guessing the start point is somewhere down the other end of the field. Yeah, there we are, top corner. So we'll get this lined up. We'll start it on the blue, unfold the mulcher, and set it going. We've got plenty of fuel. Tractor condition is good, so away this goes. And then we'll head back up to the farm, and it's time to sell some silage. So our first sale of the day is going to be in our Mack truck here. We've got 65,270 litres. We've sold, or we are selling this, because if we have a look in our silo here, we need to make the space for all of this chaff to go through and ferment. So we've got plenty of space in here, and the price at the moment for silage is actually pretty good. We're at 337 at the animal dealer. It's a pity we can't sell at Central Exports, but as I said many times before, this is bales only. So yeah, we'll go down to the animal dealer. We'll probably do a couple of trips in this today, and make enough space in our silo to allow the remaining chaff to ferment, and that means that there's plenty of feed there for the cows, that we are nicely set up for all of that, and should make a decent amount of money to see us through for quite a while, especially with the big outgoing we have every month for the lease of our forage harvester and our cotton harvester now. So up to Larson's local livestock, and we'll get this trailer backed into the sell point. Let's go a little bit higher in our reverse gears. And yeah, I like that I can unload this here. I dislike that we can't unload it at the highest priced one, but this will still give us a very nice income. Is that unloading? No, let's give that another try. There we are. And with everything unloaded, that is another 25,075 with the environmental score included. Absolutely fantastic. I think with 2 loads of this today and all the fabric we're going to sell, I think we're going to end up with over 100,000 in the bank when we finish on here. So I'm going to leave my truck here to load up a second load for us to take down. As I said, that will clear up more space for the silage to ferment, the chaff that we've got in our silo to ferment through to silage. In the meantime, I'm gonna load up the, well, we've got the flatbed trailers there. We will load that up with the fabric we've got here using our little tractor, and then we can head down, pick up any fabric we've got down at our spinnery, and go and sell all of that today as well. Oh, and I think this tractor, now that we've got a little bit of money in, we could do with giving it a bit of a repair. Yes, we are well under. Wow, we're down to sort of 2/3. So first things first, let's get this repaired and maybe washed, because look at all the grass on that. And all the silage on that. That's all chaff actually from doing the silo. So the silage clamp. Let's just give this a quick repair. So 3,400. Yep, not too bad. We can afford that today, thankfully. And then if we just back this out and round the corner a bit, we can get this over here and give this a wash down. I am always slightly surprised that this base game shed here didn't come with a workshop in it. It seems like the perfect place with it set up to actually build a workshop in and have that as a base workshop for the farm. But yeah, the base game one doesn't. This one that I've got here, this is a mod that's available from the mod hub for that red barn. And I really like it. I think it fits American maps really, really well. I want to hook this up to the flatbed, pull this out, and then we'll go and grab the pallets of fabric that we've already got here that are sitting in the barn. And this, of course, once was our cotton transport that we had this trailer for. Back there should do. Grab that. And then into the shed. And I'm not going to be able to squeeze behind the cotton harvester. I really need to get this wheat out of the corner here. It's kind of causing me to not be able to get all of my stuff into the shed easily. And in fact, the cotton harvester is going to have to move when we come to get the cotton bales out eventually. Right, so I'm grabbing 4 at a time here. That's actually doing it. It's not overly happy about it. I can see a little bit of a wobble. But if we can get these loaded up in two goes, that would be brilliant. Oh! That was close. That was very close. Let's get these on here. They're actually righting themselves. And then on. And just pick up and put them together a little bit. There we go. Get that there and strap that one down. We'll go and get the second pile and get them loaded on as well. Second pile. And we can add those on. Get them in position. Hopefully it'll slide out fine. And yep. Oh, not quite. That is not a good strap, but it will hold them. So that's good. Let's angle those down because we're going on the road. Get our beacons flashing. And then grab the trailer on the back here. it'll be interesting to see how much fabric has been generated by this by our spinnery since we dropped off those 2 cotton bales only yesterday. And we bring the trailer down here. Can I unattach it? Or detach it, I should say. Here in a place I can easily load up. That would be good. Don't want to detach the weight. I want to detach the trailer. So how much do we actually have in our spinnery at the moment? Pop round to the front door and have a look. Currently, we've got 912 litres of wool sitting in there. So it's only going to be 1 extra pallet of wool that comes out of here, maybe at the top of the hour. I think that, yeah, it's not going to be a massive amount that we make. But we are going to make a decent, you know, a sort of a decent profit off the fabric. More than we would have made off the cotton on its own. It's definitely worth putting it through here, even if you can't put everything through here on a given time. But having said that, we only get 5 bales of cotton a year. Not even quite 5 bales of cotton a year off of our fields. So it's one of those things where we actually have enough time to get this all through here and done and processed for all 5 bales over a year. So I kind of wish I'd done this earlier. I wish we'd done this from the start. Tried to have got this early on and then made more money off our cotton on a regular basis by doing this. It would have worked out quite well. Certainly, I think we would have got a bale of cotton through here by the time the spinnery, or by the time the fabric reached its best price, which is normally around March time, I believe. Yeah, fabric normally makes its best point at sort of April time. So 6,996. We're going to be selling today at 5,136. So we're going to lose about 2,000 per 1,000 litres, which is going to be quite a hit. But we're not going to be going through till that time next year. But we should have a reasonable amount to go even then, and especially if we kept feeding in the fabric or feeding in the cotton down here over the next few months, we would yeah, we'd end up with a significant amount of fabric to sell at the best price later in the year. So I'm liking that. It needs to be sold at Central Exports, so that's where we're going to be taking it. Let's hook this back up. And yeah, away we go. So we've got 12,000 litres of fabric here down to Central Exports. And I think I can just pull them over the sell point here. Will they start? Yep, there we go. Unloading the fabric. 60,000 is what I'm expecting from this. And yes, 61,415. Plus 8,424. That actually is almost 70,000 off this. That is exceptional. And actually, I think we might do something else today that I've been talking about us needing to do for a while. And that is to finally replace our aging 6M with something new. So it is going to be bye-bye to this. 70 hours we've got off this tractor, and it has been with us since Stone Valley. So yeah, this 6M has been here for a while. We should be able to get a fair amount of money for it if we repair and repaint. So repair it, yes, and repaint it, yes. And 32,000 one's doing that. So let's sell our 6M. And we got 132,000. And it just so happens that we're in luck today as in the sales, we've got this. We've got a Case Maxim that we can send up to 175 horsepower. We can put some Michelin tires on it. Wheel setup standard for what we're going to be doing today. No front loader attacher. We do want both the GPS and the Isaria Compact on it, though, because those two would be needed over time. But I'm not going to put the Isaria Compact. No, I am going to put that on it because, yeah, we would get it with that. And we need somebody from the Patreons to put on the nice license plate. So let's see who that's going to be. And congratulations to the J-Man. You've been selected. Let's get it in the Case IH Red to go with the tractor. And placement front and back. Okay. Right. And the total for this is 109,998. But we have put a whole load of extras on it. And we're going to buy that like so. Now, there is a second tractor. There's this little John Deere that was available as well. We could have done this as a front loader tractor and possibly done our 6M for the thing we've got for the case. But I think actually I like to add a little bit of red to the farm in the last episode as well. We are going to try doing some digestate spreading with this. So we'll get this back up to the farm. We'll try some digestate with it. And, yeah, actually put this brand new tractor to use. I hadn't planned to basically get a new tractor and not use it. So, yeah, we'll put this to use, see how well it works with our slurry spreader and see how far we can get with that. So we'll bring this around here and hook up our slurry spreader. This should do the digestate fairly well as well. I think this little tractor is a fantastic addition to the farm. Lots fewer hours on it than the John Deere had. I mean, this has only got 4.5 hours on it at the moment, which is fantastic. We've got no slurry in here, which is great because we want to fill it with digestate. So we'll take it round and get it filled up. Normally I wouldn't go and spread digestate in the snow like this. But it being the last episode and I'm wanting to try this tractor out and see how far our digestate goes, I'm willing to suspend it just this once. So how much have we got in here? Digestate, we've got 80,000 litres. If we fill this up, that's going to take it down by about 16,000, I think it is how much this holds. And then we'll go and start putting this on the recently mulched cotton fields. We'll start with field 8, which is also nicely accessible round the back of our BGA over here. So yeah, we should be able to come out here and line ourselves up top end. This will give us a good spread of slurry, a good base for the next year if we wanted it. All right, let's turn on the GPS. I will set this up a little bit more manually. So we'll go to here. We're going to go A+ heading and we're going to go set cardinal of 0. Let's bring the lines up, see how those are, and set our width. We'll move forward a little bit and then we can move the lines across into there, and already we're doing some really awesome work on here. And look at that, slurry straight out, and a really good base for next year's crop. Coming up to the end of the first row, we've used about 30%. That's not bad at all, to be honest. Pretty good. We're going to, I'm going to leave a strip down this end and probably down the other end, actually, on the headlands, because it's Otherwise, I get tangled up in all of the shrubs and everything at the end. I don't think I need to go too far back, though, with this. Let's see. Turn it on. Oh, no, I do. So, need to go back to about here-ish, I think. Turn that on. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. About 4 2/3 rows, maybe 4 3/4 rows. Oh, wow. We might even get 4 full rows. Sorry, 3 3/4 rows. But yeah, this is verging on 4 rows. Fantastic. So that is nice and easy and is working well. The Digestate is going fairly far and we'll give a good coverage on that. As a test run, I'm really, really happy with that. That has gone brilliantly well. And we should have plenty of Digestate coming out of here in order to cover as many fields as possible. The initial ones we need to cover are Field 8 and Field 5B because those are going to have, those would be having the maize in next year. We'll fill that up there. But we need another job that we need to get done today before we finish. And that is that we finally need to see if we can clear off this wheat that we've got sitting in the floor. Using the little 6M for this. Still calling it the little 6M, even though it's our only 6M now. Right, and unfold this. There we go. Turn it off, because we don't want that turned on. Hook it up with any luck. Will it hook to there, or do I need to drop my weight off? Yeah, I need to drop the weight off, so we'll do that. We can do that just here. And drop it down. There we go. We've still got that silage as well. Whether we sell that or not, I don't think matters much anymore. We've got it out to the silo. We've made space. And that really is what counts more than anything. Gives us space for that silage to actually ferment. And as you can see, this is, despite the fact that this is where I want to finish up, we still have very much a working in progress farm on here. So I think what I'm going to do, and I know I've made this promise before, but I'm recording this on Monday and I've got an entire week to get it set up, is I think I will make this setup as it is now available for you guys to download. So, if you want to download it, I will try and put it either in the description or in a pinned comment below, and see if you guys want to continue this farm from where it is. Let's start this up. I will try and put up a list as well. That will pick all of that up. Perfect. Right, we just need to go and get the other one. Right, in with the larger conveyor. And again, we'll get it in roughly the right area. Disconnect it and then move it into position, because otherwise our tractor is in the way. And this is not going to need to have a very long bit on here. So can I pull that in? I can lift it up and down. There we go. Pull that in as we bring this forwards, because we just need to get the trailer in here. And I think that will all, yeah, that is all got onto there already. Ready for us to just park the trailer underneath and load it up. And in fact, what I think I'll do is we'll get this 6M out of the way, and then I'll get the new case and we'll hook that up to the trailer for this job. Been a while since we've used this Red Rock trailer. It's kind of been superseded and isn't a whole lot of use now that we've got the bulk transport for the for our silage. Our truck and trailer for that really have overtaken the need for having that. But it's going to be useful for this, and this is kind of why we've had it kicking around, because this job here has needed doing for a while. We'll open this door to the shed. We'll then back this in. And unload the last of the wheat into here. I don't think this is going to be many litres at all. Wow, 3,500 litres. That is more than I expected. Now, wheat should be good to sell at the moment. And it looks like Feed and Grain South. Yeah, Feed and Grain South is where it wants to be. So we'll mark that. In fact, I know where that is. That is off to... actually, not quite where I expected. That is... I see this flashing. Yes, right at the bottom by field 15. So we'll go and do that down there. And our Axion is finished as well. I think this has been fairly successful today. Just this little bit to sell. Down to Feed and Grain South, and we can tip this just in here. The first time we've come at this really from this angle. We did a load of contracting work a while ago, and came into here. This came in for the other way. That is 2,000. Yeah, 2,600 roughly off that, which is brilliant. So let's get this back to the farm because our Axion is finished as well. And it's time to take stock of where we are or how we've done on this series. It gets very dark very quickly at this time of year, and especially under the snow clouds like this. I need to park this up. Will this go in that little end shed? No, it won't. So we'll park this up over here somewhere. Normally the mulcher goes in this shed here, but I'm going to park this into here and get this out of the way. We'll then go get the Axion and the mulcher back and park those up too. But yeah, how we're out of storage space on here, even though we've added a whole load, I don't quite know. We could do with a little more space. One thing we didn't do today is we have a pile of milk we could have sold as well. So that would have brought us in more money as well. And with the Axion into the shed, that is all of our tractors back and away. Let's put this closed. I want to close this up as well. This too. There we go. And we'll turn this off. And we'll have a look at where we are because I'm quite pleased. So our land that we own, that totals, we've got 116,000 for the main piece there. Another 84,000 there. So that is 200,000 for all of our land. And then when we take a look at the huge array of equipment we've got two smaller tractors that are worth about 100,000 between them. In fact, that's a little bit under 100,000 each between them there. Our medium tractor, our Axion, is worth just under 60,000. Our large John Deere is actually our cheapest tractor at 35,000. We've got our truck, which we have at valued at 13,000. We've got our mower at 4,000. The front loader isn't ours. That belongs to the shop. We've got our TLX 3500, which is worth about 20,000. Our trailer's worth 14. Cotton trailer is worth 18. Our planter's worth 30. Yeah, we have bought all of this having started with absolutely nothing. Now, I do want to return a couple of things before we finish. So the belt systems, both of these now have no use. So those can both go. And yeah, so return the second one as well. Looking through the rest of it, yeah, that can be returned. The tree be gone. We should have returned that ages ago. And everything else here is stuff that the farm needs. So that's perfect. Where do we end up on the milk front? With the milk, we have got 36,000 litres that can be sold. So the current value of that milk is, wow, you're probably looking at about, what do we got here? Yeah, there we go, at the dairy. 1,261 for 36,000 litres of milk. You're probably looking in the region of about 50,000 for that. So there is a lot of money sitting around this farm. What is impressive to me is that, as I said, we started on Stone Valley with absolutely nothing, and we have built up to this farm here. This has been an awesome series to do. I've enjoyed it very, very much. I hope that you have enjoyed it as well. I will be putting up a poll in the near future for where we should be going next. So please go check that out. For now, though, I'm going to leave this episode and this series here. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.